Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a bisexual Q&A, as if you didn't know, about a year ago, just over a year ago, I came out as bisexual, which is pretty cool. Most of you will already know that about me, and because I am very openly bisexual online, I quite often get DMs asking me about different things, like how do I come out to my parents, how do I accept myself, and then some people just have personal questions and they just want to know stuff about like my personal experience with coming out, and that is totally cool. As long as they are not invasive questions or you ask them in the right way and they're for educating yourself, cool, great, I am fully happy to answer those questions. So I decided I would do a Q&A on here and I can just quickly answer, quick fire, all the questions that you guys have asked me. So I put on a question tab on Instagram. I got a lot more than I expected to, so I might not answer them all, but I'm going to do the best I can. Some of them are personal questions, some of them will help you guys if you are like closeted maybe. But yeah, let's get into it. So the first question is, would you say you liked girls a lot when you first came out or experimented more first? I would say definitely experimented more first. When I first came out I was not crazy about girls. I just definitely knew that there was something there and it was more than friendship with some people. Hang on, that's not the right way to put it because I only had one crush on a friend in my friend group. Whoops. And no, it's not Daisy, before anyone goes crazy. I have never had a crush on Daisy and I never will. She's my best friend. But yeah, basically I had a bit of a crush on someone in my friend group years and years ago without realising it, and it was only recent that I came to terms with the fact and I was like, damn, that makes so much sense. But also growing up, from literally when I can remember, I think I was like 11 years old or something, I literally remember having little girl crushes. Like, I've always been kind of boy crazy, but then, I don't know, there was also that little like bit of me that was like, girls. The only thing is, I didn't realise that there was such a thing as being bisexual and that you could like boys and girls. I thought it was one or the other, so growing up I thought I was straight because I didn't realise there was an in-between. Then I reached 13, I found Stan Twitter and the LGBT community on Twitter, which is so accepting and loving, and the Dodie community of course really helped me to find myself. But yeah, I definitely wasn't crazy about girls at first. However, I have noticed that since I've come out and accepted myself and told other people what I am, and what label I go by, I've really like got more into girls, and now I would say I'm more into girls than boys like most of the time. So yeah, I'm definitely more into girls now than I was when I first came out because I've accepted myself and experimented the label, and I'm really glad I did because I'm now really happy. Do you think you will ever be straight or lesbian? I think that I'm happy with bisexual at the moment. I don't know if I will ever subside to lesbian or straight. At one point I was pretty much certain that I was lesbian, but then I started having a really big boy crush, so that kind of summed that up for me. Does kissing a boy and girl feel different? Yes, I would say so. I mean, I haven't kissed a boy for 2 years, and 2 years ago I was not out as bisexual, so I haven't recently kissed a boy. But I would say from memory, yeah, kissing a boy and kissing a girl definitely seems different. Advice on coming out to your parents. I think remember that once you're comfortable and you've accepted yourself and you know what you are, no matter what anyone says, it's not going to change what's in your mind and what's in your heart. Like, it's not going to change it. And it is just you, like, you're still you, and yeah, they probably might give a bit of a shock reaction. Some people don't, but most people do give a bit of like a, oh really, or that's odd, or something like that. But over time they will accept it. I mean, my mum never had a bad reaction. She was definitely kind of like unsure of it at first, but now she's completely accepting of it, and I'm very openly gay around my mum. Like, not in like a weird way, but I can very openly talk to her about girl crushes and things like that, and she's totally fine with it now. So just remember that it's part of you, and like, it's just, you're just telling them, hey, this is part of who I am. Like, that's really all it is. It seems like a big deal, but it's not. When did you come out? I came out in June of 2018. Well, I came out to the world in June of 2018, and I came out to my friends, and I came out to my mum and my nan all in that month. But then the rest of my family, pretty much, I've come out to this year. Like, it was a really slow process. It isn't just like one day, bam, you're out to everyone. A lot of my family members don't have me on social media. I don't think they all have social media, therefore they didn't see me come out online, which is cool. I'm totally fine with telling them personally. But yeah, I only got around to that this year, literally like a few months ago, and yeah, so I mean, it's still a process. There's still people I haven't come out to now. Would you publicly be affectionate with a girl? And then they've put in brackets, kiss and hold hands. Yeah, I don't see an issue with it at all. I think I would be slightly terrified because obviously there is the whole stigma and like gays getting beaten up and stuff if they're affectionate in public, and people fetish it and things like that. But I'm pretty sure if it felt okay and if you know, I mean, I wouldn't like make out with someone in public. I think that's a bit much, personally for me. I wouldn't like cringe at someone doing it, but I wouldn't do it personally. But I mean, yeah, like kissing each other goodbye or like holding hands, 100%. I wouldn't have anything against doing that in public, and I have. Does your attraction levels for boys and girls change? Like sometimes more boys than girls? Yeah, definitely. I mean, I wouldn't say necessarily change, but yeah, sometimes I'm way more straight than gay, and sometimes I'm way more gay than straight, and that is the peak of being bisexual, is that it's like up and down. I remember at first when I'd just come out, I was like really into girls and I was thinking I must be lesbian, and then I was really into boys and I was thinking I must be straight, and then I realised that is bisexuality. You can be one or the other, and that's why it is so great and so open, and that is definitely my label because I go up and down all the time. But what was your mum/family's reaction to you coming out? Also, does your nan know, and is she okay with it? So my mum's reaction, as I just said, was kind of like, okay. She was kind of like, I'll always accept you and I'll always love you no matter what. She just kind of wanted me to be happy. But yeah, she didn't really have much of a shock reaction. My family's reaction, I had a few different reactions. There weren't really anything bad, no one was rude. Yeah, there was like, and then there was like some family members that were just so lovely, and some of them that I didn't tell, they found out through other people, because I kind of came out to a bulk of my family in one day, so it kind of just spread around to people I hadn't told, because I didn't have their numbers or whatever. It spread to them anyway, and I did it the day before a family gathering, so the next day I kind of went in and I had a few looks, but I felt pretty comfortable, to be honest, because I have family members that I get on with really well and that I love and I know accept me, and that's enough for me. My nan does know and she's fine with it. I think it took her time to adjust, and that's totally fine. We don't really talk about it. I'm not like openly gay really around my nan. I will talk about stuff like around her, or if I'm having a conversation with my mum about a girl in front of my nan, then she's pretty chill. I wouldn't target my nan with anything too deep. But yeah, it's like she's chill with it. She's really lovely. I love my nan so much, and yeah, she was never really rude to me about anything like that. Would you kiss your girlfriend in front of your mum, family and friends? Definitely in front of friends. I have kissed people in front of my friends. Probably in front of my mum if it was at a stage where it felt comfortable enough to. And family, yeah, probably. Yeah, again, it kind of depends on what family members, because some members I think would give me a funny look and would make me feel really uncomfortable. But if it was people that I was comfortable around, 100%. What's your opinion on people saying bisexuality and pansexuality is the same thing? I'll be completely honest, I don't really know the difference. I think pansexuality, and please correct me in the comments, like I'm not going to be offended if you say this isn't what it is, this is what it is, as long as you say it in a nice educational way and not just like a you got it wrong. But I'm pretty sure bisexuality is being into boys and girls, and pansexuality is you will date anyone, even if they are non-binary or transgender. If that is the case, then I'm technically pansexual, because I would date a non-binary person and I would date a trans person. But I just go by the label of bisexual because that fits me best at the moment, but I'm not really sure what pansexual and bisexual, like what the differences are. Worst reaction someone can have: you're not bisexual, or you're too young to know, because that frustrates me. I hate people, I really hate when people don't take it seriously because of your age. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, like you should respect what I ask you to respect. That's another thing, I don't get why people disrespect transgender people or people who are non-binary. But if you're purposely going out of your way to use the wrong pronouns, that is putting yourself more out there, and that is more effort than just going by what they ask you to respect. So not only are you making someone feel like absolute shit, but you're making yourself look like an asshole. So what the hell, what is the point in that? I don't get it, but I will never understand why people disrespect transgender people or non-binary people. Just go by the correct pronouns or go by the correct label. Don't try and pin people's sexuality if someone hasn't come out and you know they're gay. It's really frustrating, and if someone hasn't come out yet, then there's probably a reason they haven't come out, so leave them to it. But either way, I hope that this video has maybe helped some people, or if you had any questions, I hope that I've answered it. If not, leave them down below and I will answer some more. Maybe I'll do a part 2 at some point if I get more questions in that I haven't yet answered and there's enough to make another video. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Mwah! Goodbye!